There are plans for AEW wrestlers to take part in Wrestle Kingdom 17. We've got an update on some returning WWE stars, and it looks like WWE might be planning some more international pay-per-views. So Dave Meltzer saying some very interesting things on Wrestling Observer Radio this morning regarding AEW wrestlers participating in January's Wrestle Kingdom 17. Got everybody talking.
Oh, it's going to be good.
It is going to be good. He's not been very specific here. He said, I don't know how many, but I have in fact been told of certain plans for AEW wrestlers on Wrestle Kingdom. Saying no names, please give us Bryan Danielson.
Danielson versus anyone in New Japan, literally anyone.
Care. Yeah, that funky weapon bloke, whatever his name is. I don't care. Bryan Danielson has been desperate to do it for a long, long time.
I mean, that was one of the things when he was sort of leaving WWE. The rumors were that he was wanting a freedom to go and do that sort of thing, maybe go and work in New Japan. The thing that springs to my mind is he'll finally get that match with Zack Sabre Jr. if he's involved with Wrestle Kingdom. Man. We never got to see it at Forbidden Door.
Totally forgot about that.
So that'd be fantastic if we get
up for that.
Kenny Omega. The rumors point to him maybe coming back.
It looks
soon.
like it's coming up very soon indeed.
Very
they're certainly teasing it, aren't they? I mean, there are loads of people. I'd like to see Kingston do some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's so many dream matches that we wanted at Forbidden Door that we didn't get because there was so many more dream matches that they were giving us. So another chance here. And again, I'm pure speculation on this point, but we saw Noah versus New Japan this past year for Wrestle Kingdom. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll see a third night that's AEW New Japan.
Do you think in place of a second Forbidden Door or on top of?
Maybe a Forbidden Door branded show. It would make sense if they maybe do one in Japan as a return, sort of doing it from one in America, one in Japan. But again, dream matches galore. I really hope Kota Ibushi's back in time. We'll get to see the Golden Lovers reunite. But yeah, as you said, Danielson and even Punk.
Yeah, right.
Going back to 2011, he sits on the stage in WWE and goes, maybe I'll go a Ring of Honor. Maybe now's the time we see it. It'd be really cool.
Could happen. It could. Looking forward to it. I hope if they do it, it's not called Forbidden Door because I'm fed up of saying Forbidden Door. It's played out. I'm done with it.
It's everything's the Forbidden Door. It's the Forbidden Door.
Open.
It's not cool anymore.
It's not cool anymore. Call it the Forbidden Window. Semi-final matches set for the G1 Climax as well. 4 big names progressing here. After today's event, we now know that Okada will battle Tama Tonga in one of the semi-final bouts, and Tetsuya Naito taking on Will Ospreay in the second. Some very, very big names there.
It's a tough field to call on that one as well. The two, again, the point jump off the page to me is Okada and Ospreay.
Yeah,
those are the names. Ospreay, I think he's kind of been on that. He's obviously a former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. He's now the current US Champion. Mm-hmm. I think this is again. He's going to get it this year. I think it's going to be his time. It's between him and Okada though.
You're right. I mean, the favourites there are everyone but Tama Tonga. So I'm backing Tama Tonga on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen, but I mean, those other three, they're so far high up the pecking order already. I think there's a bit to gain by making Tama Tonga the focal point, and it's a nice thing to win for him.
Absolutely. I mean, it'd be a major win for him.
Yeah, he's the one there that's never held the big gold, and maybe that could be a stepping stone. We'll see. We'll see. But I like Tama Tonga. I've always found him very charismatic and fun. We got an update on some returning WWE stars. This is courtesy of PW Insider. The first one I think is a bit obvious. Hit Row officially been added to the babyface side on SmackDown, on WWE's internal roster rather. They were presented as fan favourites, and obviously they've just done that on SmackDown. They were getting relatively decent pops.
I thought it was quite a good return for them in terms of how it's strange. They only had really 3 or 4 weeks on the main roster before they were released last November.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see them actually get a response from the crowd and actually be remembered. And it could have been a bigger pop, but it's bringing these people back that are going to be a really solid part of the team, a good team on the babyface side of things that the Usos kind of need.
I think there's some bolstering to do within the tag division,
Absolutely.
Especially with reports and rumours that Street Profits might not be together for too much longer. I mean, we'll see on that.
We know how big a fan of tag team wrestling Triple H was. It was a big thing in his NXT. Obviously, FTR being a big part of that. So maybe bringing back Hit Row, great shout, great team for babyface side.
Yeah, I don't actually think I'm a big Swerve fan, but I think they can still succeed without him.
Yeah, I agree that Top Dollar's got a lot of charisma and as sort of the mouthpiece of this group along with B-Fab. And obviously Adonis is also great, but it's nice to see that they will likely get that push, even if Swerve's not there.
Yeah, agreed. And I really like the way the commentary reacted to it. They made it feel like a big deal for sure. Curiously, however, Dexter Lumis hasn't been added yet to either the Raw or SmackDown roster, internally speaking. Obviously, he's been popping up the last couple of weeks on Raw, getting involved in the US title picture.
Yeah.
Specifically, it looks like he might be targeting AJ, wanting on some beef
It
there, something
looks
like that.
He sort of appeared in the crowd last week and sort of was quickly ushered away. And this week,
time,
he actually got over the barricade.
I know, but the security did a great job.
Fantastic security on hand, getting him out of there. It doesn't work there, supposedly.
No, he definitely doesn't.
Of course not.
It's been suggested that he could have a kind of retribution-esque role within WWE. That sounds like a negative. What they're actually saying here is he just turns up on big shows, causes chaos. He's not assigned to either brand. You never know where you're going to see Dexter Lumis, and I think that fits his character perfectly.
That really works for his character. He's someone that, he's a creepy man that stares. Has a menacing stare. He's basically Dexter from the show.
Yeah.
Dexter. So have him have this roaming character that's not officially signed adds to that mystique about him. Add the bit of mystery there that we've been missing.
Have him turn up on SmackDown this week and confirm our thoughts, because at the moment it's all been red brand.
Yes.
Make it happen. A troubling one to finish off here from the report from PW Insider. Ronda Rousey still listed as a baby face. They're suggesting, or people are suggesting, that this could be hinting at a possible heel turn for Liv Morgan, who is a brilliant natural baby face. Ronda Rousey is a brilliant natural heel.
She doesn't like wrestling fans.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it on that. They might not have just updated it yet, and that's what I'm hoping for.
That could be it, but I mean, it sort of feels like, 3 years ago when they were like, Becky's the heel and Charlotte's the clear face. Mm-hmm. Ronda's the heel. You can't have Liv. We got and we got so behind Liv, and we were like, she's finally getting an opportunity, only for them to still view Ronda as the one that we should be cheering.
There aren't too many wrestlers. I would suggest that there are more wrestlers who are better natural heels than natural baby faces. Liv Morgan is for sure a better natural baby face. Just look at her.
She's just likable. She's just really fun to watch as well, and looks like she's having fun.
Yeah, you want to root for her.
Yeah, I buy the fact that she's enjoying being the top of the division with the fan support.
We'll see. We finish with a few tidbits from today's Q2 earnings call. Nick Khan saying a few interesting bits about WWE's strategy internationally. Mm-hmm. He said, first of all, they got a subsidy from Cardiff to bring Clash at the Castle there. They're looking to replicate that with other cities due to the revenue that they can bring to a region. That is not uncommon, certainly in the US. They've received payments for WrestleMania before, and it makes sense because that is a lot of money that they're bringing to
absolutely.
Cardiff.
And you notice in the little corner of most of the posters, it's Visit Cardiff, and obviously Cardiff realizes, this is a big investment. This will bring a lot of people. I mean, it sold very well for the show, from what we understand, and there's going to be folk traveling from all over the UK.
You see the hotel prices.
I know, right?
You're lucky if you can find something close by for less than 250
And they sold out pretty much before the tickets for the show even went on sale. So it's definitely it's done its job.
They expect it to be very profitable, especially thanks to that subsidy, the amount of fans and in-venue merchandise sales, a specific strategy that they're going to be following with these big events. He said that the UK ratings are strong, and that's why they're holding Clash there. But with international markets, they're also focused on India and Australia, he pinpointed, among others. So we've not seen WWE hold a proper show, except for some house shows in 2019 in Australia, since 2018 with Super Showdown before it went to Saudi Arabia.
Correct,
for a couple of years there.
Was that,
And WWE also produced Superstar Spectacle, which was massively we never talk about it. Like, so the number of Indian fans watching that was absolutely huge.
Massive,
wasn't it? It was
it?
produced in Florida. They filmed it there and they showed it, I think, a couple of days later. But man, they are a rabid, hungry wrestling audience.
Very
they really
passionate,
want more. And it's awesome. Like, good for them. And I hope they do more international pay-per-views.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be great to sort of... Because that's the thing, again, Triple H said years and years ago, local globalization or whatever the term was. So maybe, getting these pay-per-views is the way in the door of getting those markets and really tapping into them. And I think over the next few years, we're going to see a lot of competition between AEW and WWE to get into the markets first.
Oh, there's huge money there. I'm surprised. Obviously, COVID slowed things up, but I'm surprised that they haven't done more yet. Anyway, very excited for Clash. Yeah. Very excited for everything else coming up on the channel. So stay tuned. Take care of yourselves. See you in a bit.
See ya.